Okay, to get the starter out and put it back in, instead of buying the wrenches from John Deere, made them. There's a guy on YouTube, I don't know what his name was, but he had welded a socket to a socket. And that's a great idea. It's a great idea. This one you can get to, it's right here, right in front of you. So that's not a big deal. But underneath, to get underneath here on that, boom, you get right on it with that. And you might move it a third of the way every turn. How I did that is got two Craftsman sockets. I didn't want to use cheap Chinese sockets, and these are extras. And this one's a 9mm, and you never use a 9mm for nothing. It is absolutely, to me, the most useless socket, and no one ever uses it. And I took a 9/16 with the 12-point end, and I ground it, and I welded it to it. And then when I was done welding, I cut this notch in the back of it. This way, it's like almost a crow's foot or a wrench. Now, you can use a crow's foot on this bottom one, and that will do it. But this gets in and it'll hold that bolt and twist it. And I went with 1/2 inch, one because I had the 1/2 inch 9mm socket that was never used. The others, I wanted that heavy torque, you know, that real hard twist that I can get in there. And that'll get that. You can also do this top one right in the front here, but you can get that one with a wrench if you want. The one that everybody fears is this one here. That's setting right there. Now, why do they fear it? Let's turn this around. Bottom line is, that's right up against the engine block. It is just, I mean, like that. You got nothing. You got just this down there. You can't get a socket in there. You can't get anything in there. But they make a wrench that you can get in there, but not when it's in the machine. It's just too much. How I did it is I started out just the standard 9/16 like this, and not this one, but one that was thinner, and I was able to get it down in like that and then make a twist and get on this, and I could make a little bit of a movement here with it, and I just broke it. So not broke the nut, but broke it loose, and I was able to move it. So now that I'm able to move it, I was able to get off of it and come out like that. And you got to take the fuel filter off in order to do this. And then what I did was I took a cheap wrench that I had kicking around. Everyone has an extra 9/16. Do not get some Chinese thing that is stripped. The last thing you want to do is strip that bolt. And I took a grinder to it. This way I have more play of twisting. And I was able to get right down in like this and get through. And it has to be a short wrench. A long one's not going to fit because it doesn't make the maneuver in the turn. But you get down in, and then I was able to try it this way, and then I was like, oh no, it's not going to work, and I had to get this way, and I was able to get, maybe it was this way, I'm not sure, one way or the other. I think it was this way. Yeah, that's what it was. It was this way. And I had to heat this up and bend this at more of an angle. Reason being is, well, you could see the standard angle just wasn't enough. It's close, and it'll work, the standard angle, but the little bit more of an angle was a little bit better. And it just got in there, and I moved it. It was like the 12-point is what you got. You might be able to get 2 of those. I'm not even sure. I don't even think. It's just like one little thing, and then, you know, I don't know if you can get in that way, but it's got to be this way. And just a little bit and move it, and a little bit and move it. And this is all the room you've got. You can't even put this wrench in this direction. You have got to go like this and climb over this like that and then twist it to get it. And this should be the last one you're doing. The reason being is, as it's coming out, you want to be able to pull this starter out to keep it. Otherwise, that nut is going to be back here, and you're not going to get it. If you want to take this thing off right here, that's the pin that pivots the solenoid for the fork in the solenoid. So you can loosen this, and I did do that, and I was able to get like this, kind of getting behind. It didn't really make a whole lot of difference. You can't get that out because the engine block is right here. So you grind that thin, and about 2 inches up from the center of the bolt. Yeah, you can grind it 2.5 inches up, that thing, and use a short one. Probably what, 6 inches? Yeah, 6 inches. And the shorter the better to get it in there. Couldn't get anything else in there. It is the only thing I could get in. And this, you can make that up. Now you can get by without, as I said, with a crow's foot, but I think that's a lot better. And this way you got it. And when you're done, you take these 2 tools and you set them aside and you label them John Deere starter.